I'm wearing red lips because we're going to be talking about love. Are you currently in a troubled relationship, or you always go for the bad boys or bad girls, and want some insights as to why that happens? If so, keep watching. Hi angels, this is Leia, and in this video, we're continuing what we were talking about yesterday. So it's a standalone, but it is linked to what we were talking about. Yesterday's vlog was my encouragement to you out there who are in violent relationships, abusive relationships of any sort, to get out and to take care of yourselves. And in this video, we're gonna talk about why we choose bad boys or girls to begin with. Okay, so this is a pretty broad topic, but one reason that I'm going to give you in this video why we do that is because we don't love ourselves enough. And I know that it sounds like a cliche by now, love yourself, engage in self-love and all that, but really, how many of us do it? And among those of us who are serial monogamists, who really takes enough time in between relationships to get to know ourselves, just so we're clear about where we're coming from, we know our needs, and we don't start to expect so much of the other person, because that is a pretty tall order. And that puts so much pressure on someone. Now, even if we were to get into a relationship with someone who's a pretty healthy person, like emotionally healthy, if we are coming from that place of being demanding and wanting this person to fulfill our needs, then the relationship is just gonna break down, just like the last one did. And we'll keep looking for the next person and the next person and the next person, and it's going to be a never-ending cycle. And we essentially come from a place of desperation when we don't know what we want, because all we know is that there's this gaping hole inside, crying out for love, crying out for attention, and we start to turn to other people to fill that need, or those needs that we have inside of ourselves. And that's when we start to settle, even if we're not in love with a person, even if sure, we may be attracted to them on some level, but we know that they're not healthy for us. We get involved with them anyway, and that could easily turn into a many-year relationship, which is going to take up so much of your life. And so, wouldn't we rather spend some time getting to know ourselves and giving to ourselves what we really need, instead of looking towards someone to fill our holes? And no, that's not what I meant. Get your mind out of the gutter. Now you might be wondering, once that you start loving yourself more, does that mean that you don't have a need for relationships? And the answer to that is not at all. All that happens is your perspective changes. You don't come to depend on somebody for your basic well-being. You're fine on your own for the basic stuff, for your basic happiness. And what a relationship does is it enriches you. You don't start going cray-cray just because there isn't anybody around at that moment to watch your favorite TV show with you. So what you can do is to give yourself some time after your breakup or after you make the decision to leave this unhealthy relationship, and just do you. Figure out what it is that you really want out of life, and at first you might feel kind of weird or weak even, because you're so used to leaning on someone else, but that's just an indication that it's time for you to connect with your inner power. It's time for you to be empowered and to no longer look towards other people to fulfill you or to fulfill your needs. You know what the really awesome thing is about loving yourself? Once that you start getting into that habit, you start attracting really cool people to you. And this is because your wavelength is basically changed. So you're not on the same level as the people that you used to attract anymore. And you just don't want any of that. So you stay away from it, even if it is on a subconscious level. But you've basically made the decision that you deserve better than that. And this means that when it comes to not only romantic relationships, but relationships as well with friends and other people we regularly see or come into contact with, we don't settle anymore for the kind of treatment that we might have in the past. If they tend to walk all over us or be mean to us, we start standing up for ourselves more. Not that it should be confused with being mean back. There is a way to be empowered, but still be completely gracious about it. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, share it with anyone who you know will appreciate it as well, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Subscribing helps a lot because it does help get the word out about the videos. You know, the more the video is watched, the more people hear about it, and the more we can do this full time for you. So, thank you again so much. Until next time, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Namaste. I didn't really... My phone's going off. My babe just messaged me and I heard it, so I got a little bit distracted.